Hello everyone, for those who don't know us.
I'm Matt and he's Matt.
Always our Hannah to with us, the two Matts.
But actually Hannah's come up her own way to differentiate between the two of us.
Yeah, he's Golf Matt.
And he's Smiley Matt. Although, when we called Hannah at midnight and asked her to come and pick us up, when we were all a bit worse for wear, and asked her to drop us all home, she has been known to have slightly different names.
One actually says to me, in my P for all his golf clubs, because I'm used to the front Alan and stay with.
She then looked at him and says, I don't know what you're smiling at.
She's strong, she's coming again. On that note, doesn't Hannah look beautiful today?
Then me just thinking she looked pretty when she was angry.
Probably best we stop there now and move on to Alan.
Before we do that, we want to announce a little competition we started today. So if you could all look at your nameplates on the back, please. Now someone selected completely randomly
Yes, completely randomly.
would have had the name of a famous footballer on the back of their name card. Who was that? Please put your hand up.
Oh, it looks like Rob Kemp.
Rob Kemp, now that is a surprise. Now Rob, I would like to announce you as the John Terry. Attend any part who that actually been invited.
And your reward is you get to wear this until you actually come back.
That's this afternoon, this evening by the way, Rob. Anyway, now on to Adam.
I've known Adam for pretty much 20 years. We met at school and tuned up the same friends which we still know now. And most of them in the room today. We found we had the same sort of appreciation for sports, video games, drive around our cars to random destinations at night. Alan, our friend Barry, also found they had the same appreciation for German class, which wasn't much. So for most Thursdays for a few years, we didn't see many of them because they were around Daniel's house playing computer games. Things haven't changed much over the years. We're still mad about our sports and love our computer games. Alan finally decided after a few years that my persuading him to take up golf. For those of you in the room who know the game, it's very frustrating. So Alan proved it really actually isn't that difficult, and before we knew it, he had a handicap low and fine.
Not bitter though, are we, Jaggs?
Not bitter at all. I did mean one thing, however, I got to meet Golf Matt and things never really the same again.
We're not together, we're not together. I first met Alan in 2005 where we both joined the same football team. Over the next few months we became good friends, and it didn't take long before football was more about where we were going drinking than actually playing football. So most Saturdays were football, Stoneleigh, Vestry, some eventful journey home, and, well I say home, but more often than not it was on Alan's sofa. So poor Neil, Dan and Chris had to put up with me in the morning, plus whoever else decided to come and get drunk with us. So things have obviously changed though, we've all got older, that was 9 years ago. Oh yeah, it did. And now things have changed. So we play golf, we go to Stoneleigh, get drunk a bit quicker, Anna comes and gets us and I stay on their sofa instead.
Between the three of us, we enjoyed some brilliant holidays abroad, Alan and I went to New York.
And I went with Walker and Alan for a week in Cos, and we've been on numerous golf trips. All very alcohol fueled, created many memories and some stories. One of which was involved a Chinese man in Cos.
And another involving accidentally walking into a New York set shop while looking at Halloween costumes.
Of course you were, mate, of course you were.
Oh, but the best holiday by far was 2 weeks in Florida, golf, drinking, American football and alligators.
But the best bit was talking to some very attractive women and gunning Al for his IT help desk career.
Turn it off, turn it on again, turn it off, turn it on again.
What made that even better though was seeing Alan trying to redeem himself by bringing out the 6-pack. Only to be out 6-pack by a woman who was at least in her early 40s.
I know she was a good kisser though, man.
Yeah. Let's move on. And talk about another trip we had abroad, the stag do.
It's going to talk about the stag do, embarrass of your room by bringing up jumping antics, people falling over, This fair was different. Paul Walker got involved. So it's more of a cultural trip. Visiting museums, local landmarks, that sort of thing. Evening's very tame, a couple of drinks over dinner and a game of chess.
Now this may surprise many of you, especially those of you that saw Alan in his jockey silks. We can't lie anymore, we've got no idea what that was about. It must be some sort of fetish or something.
We decided now we try and be a little bit creative and we try and summarise Alan using his nickname, Sally.
So to start off with is S, for sure.
As mentioned earlier, I've known Al since he was a kid.
And me since he was 23.
But somehow he was the same height.
Crazy. To be fair to Alan though, he gets a lot of grief about his height and he isn't actually that short.
We think he would count his hair and then quite he likes to wear.
So now on to A. It won't surprise all of you, friends and family, that we had no other choice but to go for always late.
Yeah, Alan is late for everything. But this is one of those reasons him and Hannah get on so well. We must admit though, we were a little right about getting here on time.
Everyone was familiar with the phrase late for your own funeral. We had to point out to Alan though that if he was late today, then we think that Hannah might have arranged his funeral a bit quicker than he was expecting.
We've had to put together a little chart just to illustrate how bad Alan is timekeeping actually is.
You won't be able to see this, but this is a day in the life of Alan on a Saturday. So what we've got is we've got the time, activity, how it is in Alan's little world, and how it really is. So to start off with, we've got 2 o'clock. Alan calls Hannah and says, "Where are you? What time are you going to be home?"
I'm just leaving now, darling.
He's actually teeing off at the 17th hole of Surrey National. We'll put this down because it's getting in the way. 3 o'clock, he calls Hannah calls up and asks where he is again, and asks if he can pop him to get to the shops on the way.
I'm just stuck in traffic. But I'll be about 5-10 minutes and of course I'll pop to the shops for you.
Alan has actually joined a nice Coors Light at the Surrey National Golf Club. 4 o'clock, Hannah calls again. "Where are you? We're supposed to be at Amy's for dinner at 2.
You won't believe how busy Tesco's was.
Alan is actually having his second beer of the day, this time with Lord Nelson, after coming for a quick beer on the way home. 5 o'clock, Hannah calls. "Right, that's it. I'm almost dressed and ready to go. If you're not back in time, I'm leaving without you."
I just hit a deer while driving on Grange Road. But it's okay, I'll put the car around Dave's, he's fixed it now. Back in a minute, love you.
Alan's actually just finished the cheese and bacon burger at the Lord Nelson. He then reluctantly leaves us two, and we can drink ourselves silly and go for a curry.
7 o'clock, Amy calls Hannah to find out where she is. Points out she's already 5 hours late.
Hannah says, "We're just turning into your road now. You never believe how bad the traffic was. We had to stop in the shops on the way. And you never guess what, we hit a deer? What actually happened is..."
After a quick nap, 400 sit-ups, 10 minutes looking himself in the mirror. Before spending 30 minutes doing his hair before a quick glass of wine and bag Haribo, Alan is sitting in a taxi, waiting for Hannah, who is still just finishing getting ready.
Right, so now on to V. For us, it can only be one thing: vain.
Come on, mate, vain, it's a little much.
Have you actually seen this picture? Anyway, that's good to keep. And credit where credit's due, it's not the worst photo in the world.
Not sure it's good enough though to consider your parents put up in your house.
Very true. I remember the first time I went to the Savile household, and I went for a wee, and that was a bit awkward looking at that.
Now we felt a bit bad about just saying bad things to help our friend Alan. So we now decided to use the same format again to highlight some of Alan's redeeming.
By now you should know how this works, so to start off we have S, which is for sporting.
Now Alan loves his sport, as well as the gym, and he's pretty much good at everything he takes part in.
And if he isn't, he practices and practices as hard as he can. Just ask Hannah.
He's a very quick runner.
Start again.
He's a very quick runner.
One of the best footballers I've played football with.
Not bad at tennis.
And he comes in very handy when you need a substitute in a game of Subbuteo.
But for Alan this year, it's all been about golf. I'm not sure if it's mentioned to you all,
Because we've certainly heard enough about it.
but Alan won a Golf Club's Award of Merit this year, which is a great achievement.
Stop. Now on to A. Following the same theme as before, we use the word always, but this time it's always there.
Alan will hold his hands up to the fact he's probably not the most outwardly emotional chaps.
But if you ever need him, whatever the occasion, happy, sad, someone's birthday, Alan is always there.
Now, he may be late, mind you,
And he'll constantly doing his hair or looking in the mirror.
and he may struggle to see him like small children.
But he's always there.
And now to finally finish off, we had V again.
I'm not going to lie to you, V has proven to be quite a tough one, so we had to cheat and visit the dictionary.
Some of the options we came up with, but didn't feel appropriate, were
Ventriloquist dummy.
this would imply that Hannah can get Alan to say to do whatever she wants without even moving her
That's not true though, is it, Al?
lips. Another was perfectly challenged.
But I think we've done that joke to death now, and to be honest, if we keep going on, Alan's going to leave here feeling 4 foot tall.
We're in full with Vino, but to be honest, it looks like people had enough of that already today.
So, anyone want to guess what we went for?
No, Neil, it's not Virgin.
I mean, come on, it's not Perry's wedding.
No, we're deciding to think. No, we're deciding the thing that sums up Alan, and especially today, is very lucky.
That's really sweet now. Alan's very lucky to be brought up by 2 great parents, to have a great brother, and an amazing, if not sometimes a little crazy sister.
He's also very lucky to, with his new extended family, he's now married into Phil and Annette, Amy, Abrams, Anne, Matt and Nicola, and of course Mark.
He's very lucky to have all his friends and family here today, and lucky to have the people that will join us later.
And of course, let's not forget, he's lucky enough.
To have us too.
No, no, he's lucky enough to have married Hannah.
Now Hannah, we class you not just as Alan's wife, but one of our close friends. We look forward to being involved in the future we both have together, and all that it brings.
Baby.
Birthday, anniversary, and of course children. So it's fair to say, Alan, you are very lucky that using the old cliche, you make your own lucky life.
And because of the person you are, how you've been raised, and the way you treat people, it's fair to say you deserve every bit of luck you've had in your life. You deserve having the special day you've had today with the weather, and you deserve the amazing life you and Hannah will have together.
Yeah.
And on that note, I'd like to take the opportunity now to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to raise your glasses in a toast to the bride and groom.
Right.